Hi felters and welcome. So these are the books that we're going to look through today, and I'm going to review in the order I'm going to review them. And so you can forward the video if there's a particular book you want to go to. That's just, that end one is just a really quick one because I love it. And there we go, you can see the Cindy Lou Thompson one, which has been so popular, and then just a couple of others. And then this one, The Needle Felting for Beginners, has come out recently. It's a fantastic book as well. So let's get started. And I quickly forgot to mention, I don't think legally I'm allowed to show you the inside of all of these books because I think it's copyright. I can show you the front and back. If you do go on Amazon, I know that there might be a couple of extra pages that you can look at. So if you do that, all the links for these books are going to be down below in the description of the video. You just press the little arrow. And also I do US links and UK links separately, and it is on my Amazon affiliate. So if you do order anything through there, thank you so much, because I get a very tiny percentage. So here we go. The first book we are going to look at is Needle Felting, A Complete Course, and this is by Laurie Raya down the bottom there. Now this book I chose because if you are a complete beginner, it's really good because this book explains everything. So there's the front. You can see the little projects, there's the back. So as it says on the back, 14 project lessons, basic techniques, 2D, 3D, armatures, needles, wool. But just to give you a rough idea, it goes through the history of needle felting, wool, basic techniques. But the other thing I really like about, apart from the fact it's got 14 projects, which is really good, with really good photos. Let's see, just give you a quick whiz because I'm not supposed to show too much. It does have inspiring artist pages, and it's got Megan Neds, Michaela Bartlett, Kyosho Mino, Danny Ives, and it's got a whole page on them and how they got into needle felting and what they do. It's also got very good resource page at the back, which is great because it tells you suppliers for the US, for Europe. It's a really good all-round book. So there we go, there's the front. There's the back, see some of the projects on there. So that is a very good first basic book. Here we are with the next book that we're going to look at, and this is one that's recently coming out. Needle Felting for Beginners by Ros Dace and Judy Bouchin. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I do know this book has only come out in 2020, and I know they have sold over 10,000 copies already. So have a good look at the front, at the projects there. And then I'll just show you the back. They have a lot of projects in here, and the projects are actually quite different and quite varied with lots of techniques. I found this to be a really good book, even for myself to go through, and I found it quite inspirational. It tells you how to mix colours, it tells you what you need. It has a really good equipment page, and the photos, it has loads of photos for each project. I won't show you because I'm not supposed to. Well, quickly there, see, even doing the face of a sheep is really good. But they have, just to show you some of them, they have projects with cookie cutters, so that's always easy if you're a real beginner. Bunnies, gardens in teacups. Let's see, what do they call it? It's so cute. Small world pincushion. So it's a little world in a teacup, and I love that idea. There'll be amazing gifts. Moon gazing hair, pandas with joints and bears with joints, and that's quite tricky. That's not something I've tried yet. And then also it goes on to do faces. It does lots of mouths, so if you like your mice, that's really good. But doing actual faces, so that's again something that you won't get in most books. And then the sheep and armature, all very cute. So there's loads of projects in here. Crafty fox, everyone loves a fox. So I really enjoyed this book, and I have seen fantastic reviews for this book online, and it's quite thick. So definitely a very good essential book for a needle felting beginner, or someone like myself who has done a few projects and thinks, what should I do next? So really good inspirational book. Right, so the next book up is Loveable Felted Animals, and this is by Yuko Sakuda. Hopefully I've said that right. Now this book, I knew I would love it before I got it because I absolutely adore these creatures on here already, and I'm looking at them and just thinking, how cute are they? They are absolutely brilliant. So I knew even before it arrived it would be great. It's Enchanting Mascots, Pets and Accessories, and it is exactly that. Just to give you an idea, they have wide awake animals, sound asleep animals, pen covers, flower pot cozies, fabric portraits, trays, brooches, magnets, and everything you need for materials. Now they do, at the beginning, there are a series of pages showing photographs of these animals big, and then you go through to the back and they tell you how to make it. So it almost seems like, oh, it's a shame they put all those pages in at the beginning with pictures of the items and then showed you how to make it, but I can understand why you did, because you can see it up close. The pictures are really extensive, and again, quick flash just to show you, loads of pictures. I don't want to show you it all because it just ruins it, but the facial features of all of these animals are just cute. I just think they've done a really good job of putting a lot of character into these animals, and my most favouriteest one is the sleeping otter. He's so cute. So I hope you like it. I absolutely adored it. If you are a beginner, it will give you ideas for sure. Maybe this is the second book you would get, but I absolutely love this one. So the next book we're going to look at is Little Felted Animals by Marie Noelle Horvath. This book I really like because there is actually quite a market out there for very small felted animals that are felted well. There's a needle felter that I follow called Ull Felts, U-L-L Felts, I think it is, and I'm going to put a link down below. All the books will be linked down below as well. And she's on Instagram, and her little felts are just so characterful and they sell out really, really quickly. And they are just charming and beautiful. So this book, I mean, it's not massive, it's not really thick. It just has some cute little creatures in it. So just to give you, there's a picture on the back of one of them, just to let you know what it's got in it. Penguin, polar bear, baby seal, blackbird, bunny, cat, corgi, bear, robin, fox, mouse, sheep. So it's got quite a few animals. That's at least 14 or 15. It's got very good pictures. I haven't tried any yet, so I can't tell you from experience. It's got colours of wool, but just to show you, quick flash, loads of photos again, so it's really, really good. So if you are fancying doing really small things, this is a good book for ideas to show you how to do that. So like I said, it's not huge, it's not got loads of things, it's not got all about the history, it's not a complete beginner's guide or anything, but it's just got really cute small items in it. The next book we're going to talk about is Little Felted Dogs, and I know this has been available in quite a lot of places. I think I bought it in the National Trust. So it's a fantastic little book. It's by Saori Yamazaki. Hopefully I've said that kind of right. And it is exactly what it says. There are 24 dog breeds. I'm going to do this. I hope this is allowed. They're so cute. The only thing I have to say, it's lovely to see there's good photos of the dogs done and sort of being done, and then it does have a sort of a size guide at the side, so that's fantastic. It doesn't have extensive instructions how to do each and every one, so I would say it's a bit tricky if you are an absolute beginner. But at the beginning it does tell you how to make basic body shapes. So it takes you through a couple of pages trying to make the basic body shapes, and then when you get to the dogs, you kind of have to adapt it as best you can. It does give you actual size portions and stuff like that, but it's a good little book. Actually, I'm going to do a challenge with this book. There's 24 dogs, so I think you can imagine what I'm going to do. I'm just going to test myself and see how they come out. So that's that book. Last book we're going to look at is, and this has come out very recently and it was long awaited, is Needle Felting. It's a masterclass in needle felting dogs. This book is amazing, and it's by Cindy Lou Thompson, who has Chickton Creations. Again, I mean, her stuff, her work is astonishing. It really is. Her dogs are lifelike. When you see a picture of them, you think they're real. So this masterclass book is incredible. I wouldn't say it's for an absolute beginner, but once you have done a few bits and pieces, you can probably see how she does things and how she gets there. But it only covers, which I say only, it covers 4 dogs, the Chihuahua, Dachshund, Yorkshire Terrier and the Poodle. But it covers so much more than just that. It is amazing. The tools and equipment are so extensive, even for me to go through and read and see what she does. It's brilliant. There's so many techniques. If you have been needle felting for a bit and want to improve your techniques generally for any sort of animal, I would say this book is really, really useful, let alone for dogs. And if you're up to this level, you only need these 4 dogs that she goes through in extensive detail. There's like 16 pages on each dog that she does, and the techniques that she uses. She has been so kind to let us see her techniques for her eyes, because her eyes that she does for dogs are the best eyes you could ever get. They are so realistic. I'll show you the back there. But it's even got a section on troubleshooting. I mean, wire armature, it goes through all of that. How to blend wools if you're struggling to blend wools for long-haired dogs, because you've got it does the poodle. And then, as I said, towards the end of the book, she goes through troubleshooting if you've got problems with the dog looking too narrow, too long, too short, things like that. So this book, honestly, and it also goes through suppliers right at the back, but this book is it's just brilliant. It's like having a masterclass with her. So I thoroughly recommend it if you want to advance your needle felting to the next level. The last book I'm really quickly going to talk about is the Field Guide to Fleece. So this is just for somebody who's interested in wool, like myself, especially as I use quite a lot of wool coats for the exterior of my sheep. And this book, if you even just look at that, it's showing you all about wool lengths, wool qualities, and it goes through 100 sheep breeds, and that for me was fantastic, because if I need to buy some wool, I can just have a look at this and have a look at the sheep breeds. And it's pocket size, because people wanted it to be the kind of size that if you went to a craft fair or a wool fair, when it's all open again, it would be great, it would fit in your handbag. So I loved this book, and I found it really, really interesting just to flick through and read, and it gives you loads of details, and there's loads of sheep in there that I'd never heard of as well. So really good little book. So these were the books. I hope you enjoyed that. Is there a book that you particularly like? Is there a book that I haven't mentioned that you would like me to review? I love these books. In particular, for me, this one's been really good, and obviously the Cindy Lou Thompson one. So, and we'll have the challenge coming up with that one in the next month or so. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy felting. I should have practiced this. Marie Noelle Horvath. Let's do that again. Marie Noelle Horvath. Little Felted Dogs. Oh, again, I should have practiced the name. It's the Fleece Guide, the Field Guide to Fleece. Oh, let's start again. So the last book that I'm going, I just have a cup.